All right. Next video up. Exposing popular anime memes. There are anime memes being used that possibly shouldn't be used. Maybe they should even be illegal. Maybe they are even wrong. But let's hear about it.
No filter whatsoever, and they've become so normalized in the community you wouldn't even blink an eye if you. Anime memes have absolutely no filter whatsoever, and they've become so normalized in the community you wouldn't even blink an eye if you saw someone use it. But it did make me realize 99% of the people who use these memes have no clue where they're from, me included.
They're just
like,
funny.
have you ever wondered what caused Pikachu to react like this? Do you even know that this panel comes from one of the darkest manga of all time?
I thought it was just a porn panel. That's what I thought it was. That you don't ruin this for me, bro. It was already weird. You're gonna make it worse, aren't you? Don't ruin this.
So I sought to find the context of some of the most iconic memes in the current culture.
That's
we're
just
gonna go in order
duck,
from some
right?
of the basic ones to some of the most popular. And trust me, some are shocking. Especially the fraud, it's over 9,000 meme. You don't even know how bad you've been lied to. So let's start with the easy ones. When this dropped, it was an instant banger. It was like when Bleacher Report drops their quote graphics. You just knew, I am here. There is no greater security. Was going to be used in edits, memes, and fan art for fucking years to come. I feel like 99% of the people that use this meme have not read or watched Bleach and have zero clue that the context behind it is way goofier than you can imagine. Basically, the strong and wise elder of the series, Yamamoto, is fighting the big bad of the series you watch. And what proceeded to happen was, to be fair, an epic battle that truly was living up to the hype, but Yamamoto ultimately lost. But that's not even where the irony comes in. Yamamoto did not just lose, he lost to a fake version of the final villain, and when he was on his last leg, the real version of your watch pulled up to finish him off, and it's just like, dude... Damn. He put himself and his family in generational aura debt, and he's over 2,000 years old. The iconic, tried to scream and I'll choke you with my breasts, a meme that has far left the anime community, coming from the mecha, anime, manga, visual novel, Love. I think I pronounced that right. And the context of this scene versus the actual meme is wild. Like, it could not be more different. For one, the story is an Edge of Tomorrow-esque narrative where the main character essentially gets to relive parts of his life trying to save humanity from themselves and these aliens called Beta. Definitely some Chinatown Eva stuff going down. And he, of course, has a band of comrades that are all girls, drawn in, promiscuous ways. And in this situation, he got into an argument with one of the girls and she runs off, dropping this letter. He then tries to give her the letter back, prompting her to do this. And the actual scene is her basically saying she's going to kill him if he saw what was in the letter, prompting him to do this. Which looks even crazier than the other panel. And he's like, what the fuck could possibly be in this letter that you're going to kill me for? So given this dodgy situation, the girl realizes there's only one logical thing to do. She takes off all her clothes and says, this is my room, I'm about to go shower, so either leave me alone or stare at me shower. But like, dude, what is this author on? This is one of those where when you first...
Most of these anime authors, just freaks, man. Damn. And I'm usually all for it until it's like illegal.
Saw it, you're like, what could the context of this even be? And when you actually get the context, you're like, how did anyone...
It is my house, though. Like, if I want to get butt booty ass naked, you're going to allow me to get butt booty ass naked or get the fuck up out of here. All right? If I want to strip and wiggle my dick helicopter style, you're going to watch that. All right? If you don't want to watch that, you can walk outside of my house. All right? You're not going to walk in my house and see me on the couch beating my meat while you deliver my DoorDash and decide that I'm the problem. I'm in my house. Thank you very much. Parents with the gifted. W's in the motherfucking chat. Big P. Big P.
I'm so
Happy. Thank you. I'm so happy. Thank you. I'm so happy. Thank I'm so happy. Thank you. I'm so happy. Thank you. Think it's done. All right. W parents.
Even could the context of this even be? And when you actually get the context, you're like, how did anyone even think to swap that out for that?
What do you mean? How did that? It's pretty obvious. It's like what? If you look at that, I would think
First
that.
saw it, you're like, what
That's clear as day.
could the context of this
Screaming,
even
I'll
be?
choke you with my boobs. That's like, if I saw this scene, you gave me no dialogue, I'm writing in that exact same thing. That exact same thing. Or like, scream and I'll smother you with these titties. Scream and I'll squirt my milk all over you. Something along those lines. Something along those lines. All right? Or like, don't talk. Your mom might hear while I'm riding this dick. Something along it is in that fucking, you know, like, come on.
And when you actually get the context, you're like, how did anyone even think to swap that out for that? Man, this image sums up 2025 in a nutshell, like straight up. Like, I'm not built for this shit. Please stop giving me your toughest battles, God, because I am not the strongest soldier. And the context of this one mirrors it perfectly, like picture perfect. This is from the Anime of the Year winner Cyberpunk, and it's about a gang of edgers who pull off heists. And they do the typical GTA stuff, like doing work for the government, you know, fuck capitalism, all that type of shit. And in this world, you can get cybernetic enhancements that make you stronger, faster, as well as get unique abilities, and the mentor of the series, Main, is super strong. But he's on a lot of that cybernetic shit. Like way more cyber than most humans, and the trade-off is that although it makes you stronger, the more you use your abilities, your brain starts to fry and you start losing it. And our main character, David, turns into a junkie in training with his boss, Main. But after a mission gone wrong, Main has to tap into his abilities even more than normal, and he fully starts spazzing out, shooting friendlies, killing their clients, as well as hundreds of officers. They even do the classic anime desert scene where you go into the character's psyche and it's all just nothing to further encapsulate, like, nah, this dude is fried. He then fully unleashes all of his abilities, sacrificing himself, while David is sitting there, clinging to Main's iron hand that is all that's left of him, and he hits the classic Vietnam pose. Clearly, there must have been some inspiration between that and the Vietnam meme. I don't know which way it might be, but I still think that looking at remixes of these, more often than not, you're just like, damn. How did someone draw that?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
This is the one that gets reposted on Twitter all the time. The iconic panel of a man making out with a woman in his car while being watched by another woman, only for that woman to turn out to be his wife.
Damn.
And that's like an insane amount of storytelling in one panel for one.
That's fire.
But it's also like insane out of context because this is the context. Because contextually, this context is out of context with context.
Stop the cap.
What?
This story is called Haru-kun, which is about a young girl who moved back to her small hometown after having a rough love life in Tokyo, where all of her partners lied to her about being single when in actuality they were all married. But when she goes home, there's a new ordinance that to combat the declining birth rate of Japan, men are allowed to take multiple wives. And each person in the marriage will get a stipend for participating. And she is then approached by this emo-looking guy who offers her 10 million yen to join his harem as his third wife. Boom, boom, a bunch of story and ecchi and romance stuff later, we jump ahead to a point where the second wife has run away, and our main character, wife 3, realizes that she ran away because she might be pregnant. And the person the guy's making out with is wife 1. The other person in the car is also his wife. Like, that is insane. But because of the pregnancy of wife 2 is why wife 3 looks so serious. And the final cherry on top of this all is that Haru-kun is a play on words because it sounds like harem marriage in Japanese. And I have seen this panel posted so many times, and I feel like nobody once clarified that the other person in the car was his wife. But to be fair, that's kind of like
this is all just still crazy. Yeah.
This is the one side where it's like, the actual context of it is enough. Like, that's all I actually need.
Who's coming up with these ideas for these shows, man?
And while Naruto saving Adolf is iconic, unfortunately, there have been hundreds of other variations of this. And I always thought how weird this must look for non-anime fans to just see some shit like this. Well, actually, you know, in the climate of 2025, I think some people probably...
Naruto, just doing real Naruto shit all the time. Ugh. Oh, you gotta love him, dude. Don't you just gotta love him, chat? Just doing real Naruto shit. Just solving real problems. Talk no jutsu. No one can beat that. He can convert any villain. Eren better, bro. If Naruto met Eren wouldn't have turned into a fucking emo.
I agree with this message for some reason. And you'll be shocked to find out that the actual context of this image isn't too different from the meme itself. Basically, Naruto is a story with a ton of broken heroes, and it comes from an era where villains tended to have super deep backstories and were very fleshed out with dozens of episodes to them, and a lot of the villains in Naruto ended up having a lot of time dedicated to them, where they weren't born evil, but the world did something to them in order to make them lose their shit. But this situation is an extreme of extremes. It's during the final war in Naruto, and the character Obito has declared war on the entire world, and essentially committed atrocities that led to the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people. I mean, this dude almost destroyed a city at the age of 16.
And he's still forgiving my boy. He's still giving him a chance. Come on!
And he helped kill his whole clan, and now he's responsible for all this death and destruction. But somehow, after Naruto beats him, he comes around to tell this man to join him and to forgive him. And I'll be honest, the way this was written, excluding the genocide and all, would have worked out. Except you can't exclude like genocide. Jesus. Because it's not like Obito here killed 5 people, or he had a bad day and killed 10 people. Like, nah, this dude straight up took out like half of the universe, and Naruto talking about some, join us? Jordan, like, what the hell? You go to his side.
And I'm not surprised that this has led to some of the most ridiculous remixes you can imagine. But you know what else is ridiculous? Me. I'm an idiot. I'm a goober. I'm an absolute dingus. So please, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a hype, because I'm just pathetic. I just need it. I'm a help.
The infamous Babe Please meme, creating iconic Giga Chad memes and Dude Bro memes for a really, really fucking long time. This was one that popped off before anime in general did, so let me tell you my shock when I figured out how dark this manga actually is. This warrants a bit of a trigger warning to abuse, so just be warned. This comes from the manga Magical Girl site, and I'm going to give you the rundown of the first couple chapters to give you some scope, and just know the panel comes in at chapter 103, which we will jump to. So the manga starts off with this girl, Aya, getting bullied at school, between her desk getting destroyed to getting her head stuck in toilets, and all she has to her that she enjoys is this stray cat, and she spends time with it and has some happy moments in her very dark life. Because at home, her brother ties her up to just like beat the shit out of her and choke her. Some like really, really dark shit. And one night, a website popped up basically saying it will grant her a magic stick. Not really saying what the stick would do or any other details. And then the next day rolls around and her cat, the only friend she had, gets run over by a train.
Damn!
Yes, that is actually what happened, causing Aya to run to school, and she sees a magical gun there in her locker. The school bullies then come around and start mocking her for her pet cat dying. Yes, they're mocking her for
air that
to make matters
out.
Worse, this guy, who's supposed to be a third-year middle school student, tries to
third year? That is a grown-ass man. That nigga is 30. Please don't tell me you try to do anything weird. That is a 30-year-old teacher. What do you mean at middle? Look at him.
This guy, who's supposed to be a third-year middle school student, tries to...
Bro, what do you mean a middle school student? Bro, you're 30.
Do things to her, prompting her to run away. But while on the prowl, this guy is still chasing her. So she decides to try out her new magical gun on the guy, leading to him and one of the bullies to get run over by a train. She's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Air this fucker out.
They just die? Was that me? And that's in the first chapter alone, which is kind of like a meme of how bad you can make a character's backstory. Like, Jesus Christ, crazy. That is brutal.
Yeah,
to think that this is a manga that's laughed at for the most part.
This just ruined. I really thought this was the... What is that in? Senpai Satakatoko? Whatever that sound says. That's all I thought it was. I thought it was some weird moaning sound. But now that I look at it, she's actually crying. I never noticed that before. Ever. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes a little bit more sense now. Oh, okay, yeah.
Is wild, but the specific context of that panel is even crazier. So jumping to chapter 103,
she has every right to pull an
home
Obito.
One day after a long night of magical grilling.
But even if she did pull an Obito, Naruto would have still forgave her. He'd been like, I understand why you're mad at this world, but you can change. You can come back to the good side. All right? You don't have to be like this. You don't have to let the world tell you who you are. You can tell the world who you want to be. That's
Her father is crashing out on her, where he reveals that their mother had a miscarriage after her brother was born, and she could no longer have children, revealing to Aya that she is adopted, and that he hates her and can't stand her, and he has like magical panties on too. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So when the mother goes to slap him for saying that, he stops time with his magical panties and hits her back when she reveals that the reason that she had a miscarriage was because of him to begin with. And he's screaming at the mother, like at the top of his lungs, saying the most heinous shit. You then flip the page, and this panel is dropped of Aya crying out in absolute mercy.
Shit.
Which her father says she's a piece of shit. She's not even a part of the family.
Damn.
Why the fuck would she be crying? As you can
shoot him with the gun.
Pretty dark stuff.
Spray him out.
See someone talk about it more in depth. The Masked Man has great videos on it. He is an absolute killer of a creator, and he will probably talk about it way more in depth than I did.
That's probably one of the saddest backstories ever, bro. Cat died, brother choking her out and beating her, bullied at school, shoved in the toilet, like everyone you ever care about says fuck you, and then you get home and your family tells you, bro, you're adopted, you're not even a part of this family, the only thing you had left is not even real. This is a reasonable school shooter vibe. Like, unless you're going through something like this, there's no reason for you to be a school shooter. This is the only time. Only time. Unless you going through this, I don't want to hear shit from you, nigga. Nothing.
The meme of the Great Leviathan has been remixed to hell, and honestly, I'm not sure if this is the original sourcing of it, and it's no surprise it comes from one of the most controversial anime of all time, with the context of it equaling the ridiculousness of the meme itself. If you're not familiar with the dark fantasy redo of Healer, it's basically a revenge plot where this guy goes back in time with a shit ton of abilities and turns all of his former enemies into his pets. Let's use pets. And he has intimate relations with them. Basically, he's about to go do the deed with all of his subordinates. But one subordinate was not yet ready to partake. But as you can see, the main character's weapon was already primed, casting a vast shadow over the demon elf, who was a bit hesitant to partake. And it has now become one of the most popular...
I mean, so this is just what it was. It wasn't a duck. It wasn't a duck. It was a dick. What is that anime? He blanks them, then turns them into sex slaves. Wait, and this is anime, not hentai. We're talking about anime here, not newgrounds.com. Like, this is a real, like, on an anime. I guess when it comes to animation, bro, you can be as creative as you like. This is the part about living. That's the great part, I guess. You can just do whatever you want, right? Your mind is your tool, and you can just make crazy shit.
Meme formats of all time. Like, I don't know if people know how dark the original source material is.
No, I didn't.
But jeez, man.
But I am like curious, like if people did know the actual context of this, would it stop them from like making a joke out of it and using it as a meme?
No, it would not. It's a fucking anime.
Probably not. Let's be honest.
Leave me alone!
Dog, I watch Akira and I barely know what the fuck is going on in this meme. I feel like when people use this meme, it's only to indicate when someone's tweaking out, and I feel like the context of it matches that level of confusion. This kid is basically
that's like a legendary meme right here. I don't even know what it is.
By these ghost grandmas. They were really messing with his head. Like, they were causing Lil Bro to tweak the hell out. But he ended up having a run where he seemed like he was normal again, where it seemed like they had fucked off, which is why he was just on this stroll. But then he just starts crashing out of nowhere on some Vietnam flashback shit. And he goes on to like blow up half the fucking city after this scene because he just had enough of these ghosts rage baiting.
I don't think people will ever stop using this meme because you can like replace the thing that's making him go crazy with literally anything. Akira is to what like travel influencers are to anime. Like, you can watch an Akira edit and get a gist of it. Like, you know, the whole thing where it's like, oh, the hand drew everything. But it's also like, when you watch it, it is never what you're expecting. The Akira slide is just the Akira slide. Like, that's it.
This isn't really a meme, so much so as it is like a profile picture, but I swear for 10 years, I saw this image on the top of every fucking multiplayer game. When I finally got to watch...
Yo, what the hell is Newgrounds? Oh, if you don't know, you don't know. You don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? Newgrounds is just... it's just a game website, bro. That's it.
Watching Tokyo Ghoul, it was kind of anticlimactic.
Oh, Tokyo
Basically, what
Ghoul.
happened is the main character Kaneki lost his memories and assumed a new identity as Heist Sasuke. And Tokyo Ghoul is kind of like Demon Slayer, where Demon Slayers hunt demons, ghoul investigators investigate ghouls. And he switched from the ghoul side to the ghoul investigation side under this name Sasaki. But one day, he gets into a fight with a ghoul that was a former comrade, and he proceeds to get this shit beat out of him. Like, they're absolutely taking him to town. And due to this ass beating, it triggers the all-powerful anime flashback, where his inner self, his true self, just starts rage baiting the shit out of him, causing Sasaki to give over control of it and hits this pose. And yeah, he basically goes full Alex Pereira on these guys and destroys the shit out of them.
Honestly, that was a bit more climactic than I remember now that I've run through it. But man, like, you know what got me thinking? Like, Tokyo Ghoul is so popular, and I feel like Tokyo Ghoul and Sword Art have been, like, lost in the history of anime. And I hope Tokyo Ghoul
Sword Art? Really?
When I first saw
Please stop having sex with my boyfriend. It's weird, Mom. Huh?
This post spread around Twitter, I could have never guessed the context. And honestly, I thought the post wasn't altered. Like, I thought this was the actual panel. But boy, oh boy, was I wrong. This post comes from the manga Jadame Kasua. And it might have the stupidest, wildest, but craziest premise you can think of. We follow a young girl whose mom leaves her completely sheltered and hid away from the world, where she has literally never seen a movie, anime, or manga in her life. And one day, she realizes that all the other kids in school are way more comfortable with lewd stuff than she is. So she ends up joining the film club at school as an unofficial member so she can watch movies and learn about the world. When she asks her mom if she can officially join, her mom crashes out and is like, fuck no! Movies, they're gonna ruin you. They're gonna turn you into a criminal. They're gonna be a bad influence on you.
You're gonna be introduced to the devil.
For her to find out that her mother is obsessed with the movie Constantine, to the point where she used to cosplay as the characters in the universe. When asked what the real reason was that she was so strict with her daughter, her mother could not and would not respond, leaving her daughter to literally say, don't fuck with me. Why aren't you telling me why I'm locked up in here? It's fucking weird, Mom. And that panel, that is a meme of her yelling, please just listen to me for a second. Oh. Which is pretty ironic because
so
the girl
do we get to
run
the
away
sex with
right
boyfriend?
After saying this. Honestly, man, that's pretty. Imagine how the mom feels. Like, she was probably ready to listen, and the girl just ran away.
This is one of the ones where I feel like the actual context is somehow even more crazy than the crazy meme text that replaced it. But honestly, I guess in like doujin culture nowadays, like that probably ain't even the craziest thing you could read. Not that I would know, of course. That's just what I hear. That's just what I hear.
Fatality.
The ultimate clapback found in all forms of discussion, bringing in hundreds of thousands of ratios. Seeing this is equivalent of when someone repeats your words back with a funny voice. This is a weapon of mass destruction, but the context is pretty goofy, but also pretty wholesome. This is an anime from the 90s called The Brave Fighter of Sun Fightbird, where the main character, Katori, is an android who is trying to study and understand Earth and humans. And when Katori is having a conversation with a detective, he notices a butterfly, to which he asks a genuine clarifying question. If that was a pigeon. What's even better is right after he asked this genuine question, he asks another one where he asks if these tulips are violets. Now, honestly, I have no idea if those are tulips. They actually could be violets. I have no clue.
To think such an innocent and genuine question and plot could be defiled by dark magic to be used in arguments.
Is this in India? What?
Crazy, but the art looks so cool, though. I can't lie.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Oh,
This is one of the oldest memes.
This one's legendary. Some of these are legendary. The one with the penis on her face, legendary. The oh my god, get away from me, legendary. This Pikachu one, legendary.
The meme is old as time itself, and I'm about to blow your mind. That thing behind Pikachu is Brock's leg. And if you're wondering why the quality is always so bad, this is the original image. How do people even spot that? Like, this is a fast-moving frame. It's barely on screen for a second. There isn't too much context needed beyond the fact that they catch a Bulbasaur, and while they catch it, it's fighting a Butterfree. And this is Pikachu's reaction to Bulbasaur using Gust.
I think what shocks me the most about this is just how like small Pikachu is. Like, he really is tiny.
He's
and like
fucking out
whoever
the
found
frame,
this
bro.
out gotta get hired by like the CIA. He probably makes the Where's Waldo books. Like, dude, how do you even like? It's barely on screen.
This might have been
I'd
the most
win.
popular meme of 2023, unironically, and it's caused so many of us to get.
Gojo's still dead? Gojo's still dead? Bitch ass nigga.
Manga communities into our algorithms, leading to all of us getting spoiled on the manga, which was really fucking annoying. But the
Fuck
voice
that
spoilers,
nigga.
I'm just
He
gonna
thought he was
explain-
Kakashi. Ain't no Kakashi. Ain't no Kakashi. You're a caca. You get it? Because you're doo-doo. You're doo-doo caca. That was good.
broadly. Someone asked Gojo if he thought he would lose to someone else, to which he said, "Nah, I'd win." That's really it. I mean, the outcome would be a spoiler if I said it.
Even I saw that.
I also do think the manga just blew up because it kind of looks goofy. Like, not that it looks bad or anything. I think it's just the way his eyes look and his hair just makes the panel stick out a bit more than it was intended to.
Now, I don't think there's any other meme in this entire list that has got remixed as much as this one. Like, Jesus Christ, from like Mushoku Tensei to VTubers to Elden Ring to Family Guy, like it can literally, it's remixed within Jujutsu Kaisen itself.
Dog, this might be one of my favorite memes ever,
This
but I
shit is
swear the
so
meme version
ass.
looks more real than the actual one.
Ain't that
You're gonna
the
be so disappointed by this.
So Illuminati
This
meme?
comes late in Oshinoko. This will be spoiler free, by the way. But the kids, they become actors and they work on a movie, and this was a person's reaction to the movie they made. So nothing crazy there. But what is very underwhelming is what is actually said. The actual text isn't a person's reaction, but it's a narration reading. However, these tears are neither of those. With the call to this text being on the prior page reading, there must have been a sense of pride to be involved with this movie. Some people must have cried because the story is sad.
I'm so sorry for revealing this to you. Like, the actual context of this one
You're
is so
ruining these memes for me.
underwhelming.
Yeah.
It's so ass.
You're
from that
ruining some of these for me.
incest
I ain't gonna
manga.
hold you. The fucking the memes make them so much better because some of these are just garbage. Right? This is why memes are peak. It's like this is underwhelming.
The OG Nani. In doing research
There's
for this,
nothing
I found
here.
a Reddit thread from 2017, pre-anime blow up during COVID, on r/outoftheloop, where people were asking why everyone was going around saying Nani, and someone respectfully explained, "That is how you say what in Japanese." I thought that was kind of wholesome, I'm not gonna lie. But this is one of the first memes to truly go viral and leave the anime scope. And it's from the OG of all OGs, Fist of the North Star. And I feel like just playing the full clip gives you all the context you need.
貴様の拳などかほどにも効かんわい。お前はもう死んでいる。何？もう匠できれぶ。
The voice acting was pretty cool, and honestly, for
Nah, it
it was
was.
such a legendary anime. It's
Legendary.
sick. And I'm so happy the original Nani is in that context. Like, that is perfect. That is exactly what Nani means all these years later.
It's over 9,000!
A classic, but there's some serious controversy here. But first, let me explain the context. It's pretty basic. It's just Vegeta.
They say he didn't even say over 9,000 or something like that. Isn't that the controversy? They were like, he actually didn't say over 9,000. What did he actually say again?
Power levels with Goku, to which he said,
It's over 9,000!
one of the reasons this is so popular because of how the English dub voice actor screamed it. Likely because of the mouth being left open for so long, he just had to come up with something.
But the other thing I found out in my research is that it's not even over 9,000 in what he says. Like, in the manga, it's over 8,000. And I think in every other dub, he says over 8,000.
Oh,
Like,
same
That
shit.
is nuts. But if you want to know what else is nuts, did you know a YouTuber made an anime? And if you do want to know more about that, click this video right here, leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget.
That's not the same one. Is it the same
I'll
one?
see you in the next video.
Okay.
The
Not
internet
bad,
has
not
seen
bad,
its
not bad, not bad.